just keep in mind when you're watching some of these videos that we actually were out there with professional trainers. Anytime you're working with livestock, even if you're just going out doing videography, you have to be familiar with these large animals and what they're capable of, but also their mannerisms to know when to, get out of trouble, get out of the way. Anytime you're out doing this stuff, you need to be very careful, not just for you and your safety, although that's important, but also for the animal safety, because when an animal gets spooked or gets upset and something happens, the animal can get injured. And something that we want to do is make sure that everything that we do is safe for us and safe for the animal.
Answer. Good. Oh, feel better.
I've had a lot of people ask me lately what I've been up to because I haven't been posting that many videos. And the truth is, if you actually have an operating farm or a homestead, when you get past March in the spring, things get extremely busy and it's hard to take time for other things. I do have a lot of things to say. Obviously, there's a lot of things going on. A lot of things that I adamantly disagree with, and I try and keep my personal opinions out of the videos that I do and just inform you guys so you can make your own informed decisions without my feelings in there. So that takes some time to do, and I have to do the research to find all of the information that I want to share with you. But this week has been a very interesting week, so I figured I would just take you guys along for the ride. We have a lot of great stuff going on our property, and there's going to be a lot of great content that comes out of those videos. And I know some of you guys don't like the project videos, you just want to hear my analysis on how horrible the world is, which really, I mean, I'm not a doom and gloom guy, it's just the way that the world is. Anyway, so the other things that we do are our nonprofit Meet My Neighbor productions. We've been working on several productions in the background, and this week is going to be very busy getting some footage of that because we need to get those farms while they're also hitting their busy season. So I will be on the road a lot this week doing a lot of film projects. It's going to be a lot of fun. I figured I'd take you guys along and so you can kind of see what it is that we're doing, and hopefully, entice you a little bit to make a donation to the nonprofit, because what we're trying to do is help people make better informed decisions about where their food comes from. And also, there go the police. But also we want to help educate people about farming and agriculture in general, and why it's important, because this is an industry that has been under attack, and I think that there's a big consolidation coming. You got billionaires buying up as much farmland as possible. I'll do a video again being a little more focused on what's happening with inflation and why some of the wealthiest people in the world want to own something like a farm commodity. But those videos are yet to come. Until then, this week, this is what we're going to be doing. So follow along with the journey. Right now, I'm going to a farm called Smithview Farm. It's in Pittsboro, or just outside of Pittsboro. I'm in Pittsboro at the moment. That's what all the traffic and police are about. And I am going to be, the focus of this farm is, he does year-round grazing, but he's making a lot of money per cow, and he's basically hitting on some of these markets like Pittsboro, Raleigh, Cary, where you've got people who can actually, that appreciate what he's actually doing. These cows never eat grain except for when he's trying to entice them to go somewhere. And he does, even in the wintertime when, fescue and things aren't growing, he's got greenery out there that they're grazing on. He's finishing his cows in the wintertime off of natural vegetation. So it's very good. He's using cover crops. It's very good for the environment. The meat quality that he produces amazing. It's we actually get our meat from him. We love it, and it's just a very interesting business model that he has going. So for those of you who can't afford to operate a huge operation, something like this is it's a hot spot in the market, and it's very lucrative if you do it right. So we're going to be doing a Meet My Neighbor on him. We're also going to be filming kind of as a side project, somebody who you've seen on our channel before. They are going to be training their Brahman bull to pull a cart and possibly to ride with a saddle. So we're going to go out and meet with the trainer and see how that's going, and create a video on that. That's what I am doing, and I'm going to take you guys along for the ride this week so you can kind of see what it's like when we're busy filming, and then, you know, in the following weeks you'll see what it's like on our farm when we're busy doing.
So my process is, you may say, well, what are you going to do when you convert from a winter annual to a summer annual? And that's been a big problem of mine. And so I thought, because I can't, if I'm selling beef 12 months out of the year, I got to have cows ready 12 months out of the year.
Yeah.
So to do that, talking with a lot of people, they said, well, you need to convert those old toxic fescue pastures, and that's what this is here, into novel fescue. Put some clover in there, and that's what I've done. You see that shelter way over there?
Yeah.
All right, that's novel fescue, which is a perennial, and what they call pasture booster, red and white clover, and there's some chicory in there. And what I did was I stockpiled those and grazed those in December and January to minimize hay. As you and I have talked before, the more you get into farming, the more you realize that there's a lot of science involved.
Yeah.
It really is. So that's sort of where we are right now. And this annual stuff right here, it should be dying out in late April, early May. And I was talking to one of my grass buddies this morning. He said, what are you gonna do? And I said, well, I can plant as late as maybe mid May, and I got a wet spot right over there and I couldn't get in there with my winter annuals, so I want to scratch that up and put some Mojo crabgrass in there, and I don't have to plant that until June, early part of June.
Yesterday was a lot of fun. I got to film out at Smithview Farm, like I said, and today I'm actually on my way to Briles Farm, where we're going to film something we've never really filmed before. They're going to be training a bull to pull a cart and possibly ride on. So this ought to be kind of fun, kind of interesting. You guys usually like it when Cyana or Cyana Briles appear on our channel. So this is not a Meet My Neighbor, but it's kind of a little side video that we thought would be fun to create and rather interesting for you guys. So that's what I will be doing today. So yesterday was Angus cows, today's Brahman cows, but it's an interesting life, that's for sure.
So we ground drove them some, and she gave me assignments on ground driving before she got here. And that was the long lines attached to his bridle. And we needed to make sure that he would turn, stop, and respond to that. So what she's doing right now is just working that he... Yay, that's my favorite speed right there.
What?
It's okay. Come on, walk past the
Pretty
people.
good boy.
Spartacus, the world is full of peoples. Awesome. Yes. Yes.
All right, so by the time I got there this morning, they were already riding Spartacus, which is pretty impressive. It didn't really take much groundwork for them to get a saddle on his back and start riding him, which has a lot to do with the demeanor of that bull. Now we're heading back to the other Briles farm, where we will be filming some additional training work with some of their other steers, I believe, and I think we're going to be halter training some animals over there. And then this afternoon we're going to be taking Spartacus into town to see how he does around people and commotion, so that'll be fairly exciting as well. We are at Briles Farm. You probably remember this scene from the infamous hog video I did that was banned. And here you can kind of see our setup when we're out filming. We've got several of these battery packs. This is the Sun Life battery pack, which actually proved to be pretty strong when I tested it against some power tools. Neither one could operate a power tool for more than a few seconds, but we've got the Sun Life battery pack, and then I also have one of our Rock Pals battery packs hooked into a solar panel, and that just helps me keep everything charged in between shootings. I drove our truck today because I knew that we'd be out on farms, and it just makes it easier to kind of set up shop on the back of the truck, plus fit everything in the back of the truck. So exciting stuff.
There you go. There it is.
Rope burns on my hand. Girl. Strange boat.
But she'll stop this shit pretty soon. But she, in the meantime, she's learning to turn right, learning to turn left.
Oh, good.
There we go.
Look at that. She wants to go home with me now.
So this morning I am heading out to Denton, North Carolina. We didn't get a chance to bring Spartacus the bull into a public place yesterday. We ran into kind of an interesting afternoon training cows on lead lines. They had a little bull that really wasn't into it. That created some problems yesterday.
He ties and I can groom him certain days just fine. He's just reactive when he's reactive.
today we are heading out to take Spartacus into a public place. So that'll be really fun. And then tomorrow we'll head back out that way to kind of interview the trainer, who's a very well-known exotic animal trainer. And then, of course, we've got to go film some lambs in the next few days as well. So pretty busy day today, but I figured I'd take you guys along again so you can kind of see what it's like doing what we do to promote ag. $18.50.
1850, solid, yep.
Okay, sold for $18.50. Good boy. Good boy. Turn around. Good boy. Don't knock anything over. I have to buy it if you do. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Walk.
So that was a lot of fun. When I arrived, they already had Spartacus out and walking around. So I just jumped in and started filming. We took him over to a park nearby and he met a lot of different people. We even took him into a store. I mean, what could go wrong? He weighed in at about 1,850 pounds, which is a pretty big bull, but he's kind of like a puppy dog. Anyway, so that was my day today. Now I need to head on down and pick up some soil for our property. So you just keep going. Well, so I hope you guys had fun kind of going around with me this week. I just wanted to give you a little glimpse of what it's like in our lifestyle, what we do throughout the week when we're not coming up with videos for YouTube. We're actually out filming and trying to help promote agriculture through storytelling. Speaking of that, we do have people who, we've had people from Maine all the way out to Texas and up to Utah ask us if we could get out there to do some work with them. And so something that Shauna and I have found recently is we've discovered an old RV. Our thought is if we can obtain it and get it here, we can start fixing it up and eventually have a basically a way of going out to some of these places. It would cost farmers who are looking to do advertising videos with us a lot less money on travel fees, but it would also allow the Meet My Neighbor, our nonprofit, which features regenerative farms, a way of getting out to some of these places. Right now, we spend a ton of money, even with the nonprofit, going and staying at places when we're trying to film something for several days. And as you can see, just with the one video about the Brahman, we spent several days going out there and filming. And so that's typically when we do stuff, it takes us a long time. It takes a lot of shots and it takes a lot of effort. So if you guys want to help us out, what we need to do right now is raise basically a couple $1,000s for this RV that we found. Once we get it here, we'll be able to start assessing what it needs and start working with, possibly some sponsors to get it fixed up. And once that thing is on the road, we'll definitely be able to make it out to some of you guys that are much further out and work on coming up with some marketing videos for your farm. For those of you who qualify for the Meet My Neighbor program, we'll definitely love to come out and visit your farm and help educate others on regenerative agriculture. So I've created a link down below. This link is specifically for this project. If you want to help us get on the road, so to speak, and help us reduce the costs of the current the current fees that get charged to Meet My Neighbor Productions to try and create these things, this RV is just the perfect opportunity to put something together that would allow us to not only go out to further places, but we could actually stay on the farm, get some of the early morning shots that really help show off what those farms are like and create great content for you guys. I know, we can create videos all day long about our homestead, about our farm, but it's not nearly as interesting or as exciting as going out and seeing all the stuff that other people are doing and just celebrating rural America. I mean, that's what we want to do. We want to remind people why rural America is so special and what makes it so great. So make a donation. As soon as we get enough to acquire this thing, we'll get it out here and we'll start piecing it together. We'll take you guys along for that journey as well. We have a lot of great videos that are going to be coming out over the next several weeks. Some project videos. I'll do some more commentary videos on current market trends and things like that. And we'll just, take it one step at a day. We're actually working with Patent Seed Company out of Georgia on a project that's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that one. But definitely keep your eyes peeled for some of these videos that we've been working on. They should be out in the next few months. I've been trying to work my way through some of our projects. Some of them we still have to film a little more on, but that requires us waiting for donations because we're spending so much when we go and stay at places. It's ridiculous. That's why we're trying to do the RV. It would just be a better long-term fit for the nonprofit and to help us create some of these side videos like the Brahman video and the hog killing video that so many people loved and enjoyed. We would be able to create more of that type of content as well. So stay tuned. I'll keep you guys posted and hopefully get some of these production videos out to you soon. Get a little soil on that shovel.